The Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 are getting an incredible lineup of JRPGs over the next few years. From long-awaited sequels to brand new adventures and massive RPG collections, there's something here for every fan. These are the top 20 upcoming JRPGs you should have on your radar. DecaPolice. If you enjoy detective stories mixed with turn-based RPG battles, DecaPolice should be high on your list. Currently planned for 2026, this new RPG from Level 5 takes place in a futuristic city where you play as Harvard Marks, a rookie detective solving crimes in both the real world and a massive virtual city known as DecaSim. Every investigation has you collecting clues, questioning suspects, and rebuilding crime scenes before taking on enemies in strategic, turn-based battles. As your cases become more complicated, you'll unlock new abilities, recruit allies, and uncover a larger mystery connecting every crime together. The game constantly switches between detective work, exploration, and satisfying combat, giving each chapter a different pace. With its stylish presentation, memorable characters, and mix of mystery and RPG mechanics, launching on September 17, 2026, Trails in the Sky second chapter continues one of the most beloved stories in JRPG history. Picking up directly after the first game, you once again follow Estelle Bright as she begins a journey filled with emotional moments, political conflicts, and dangerous secrets across the kingdom of Liberel. Just like every Trails game, the real strength is its world building, where every town, NPC, and side quest helps make the world feel alive. Combat expands on the turn-based system with tactical movement, powerful crafts, arts, and devastating team attacks that reward careful planning instead of button mashing. Character progression is highly customizable thanks to the Ordnance system, letting you build your party however you like. If you loved the first chapter, this sequel promises even bigger battles, stronger character moments, and another unforgettable adventure. Arriving on October 9th, 2026, Dragon's Dogma 2: Dark Arisen brings Capcom's huge action RPG to Nintendo Switch 2 with an expanded adventure. You once again become the Arisen, exploring a massive fantasy world filled with monsters, hidden caves, towering bosses, and unpredictable encounters. Combat remains one of the biggest highlights, letting you freely climb giant creatures, mix swordplay, bows, and powerful magic, while your AI-controlled pawn companions fight alongside you and learn from your playstyle. The Dark Arisen expansion introduces a brand new region, new enemies, stronger equipment, additional story content, and even tougher endgame challenges for experienced players. Exploration is still rewarding because almost every journey can lead to unexpected discoveries or dangerous fights. If you enjoy freedom, satisfying combat, and building your perfect party, releasing on September 4th, 2026, Onimusha: Way of the Sword brings Capcom's legendary series back with a fresh action RPG adventure. Set in a dark version of feudal Japan, you battle terrifying supernatural creatures using precise sword combat, magical abilities, and powerful counterattacks that reward perfect timing. Every fight feels deliberate, encouraging you to learn enemy patterns instead of simply rushing in. Between battles, you'll explore castles, villages, forests, and haunted locations filled with secrets, upgrades, and hidden paths. The game also brings back the iconic Oni Gauntlet, allowing you to absorb souls from defeated enemies to strengthen your abilities and unlock new powers throughout the journey. Combined with its cinematic storytelling, historical setting, and fast-paced combat, Onimusha looks ready to introduce a whole new generation of players to one of Capcom's classic franchises when it launches this September. From Software is bringing something completely new with the Duskbloods, currently set to launch in 2026 exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Instead of following the usual Souls formula, this adventure blends dark fantasy with online PvP/VE gameplay, where you fight dangerous monsters while competing against other players at the same time. You choose from a roster of unique Bloodsworn warriors, each with their own weapons, abilities, and fighting style, making every match feel different. The world is inspired by Gothic architecture and Victorian-era cities, creating an atmosphere that's mysterious, eerie, and full of secrets. While multiplayer is a major focus, you'll still spend plenty of time mastering combat, learning enemy patterns, and exploring beautifully designed locations. If you enjoy challenging action RPGs with a darker setting and want something that feels fresh from Software, if you think football games are just about scoring goals, INAZUMA 11 RE is here to prove otherwise. Scheduled for 2026, this latest entry mixes sports, RPG progression, and anime-style storytelling into one unique experience. You build your dream team by recruiting players from different schools, training their abilities, and unlocking over-the-top special moves that turn every match into an exciting battle. Outside the stadium, you'll explore towns, meet new characters, complete side quests, and strengthen your squad before taking on stronger rivals. Team building plays a huge role, letting you experiment with formations, player chemistry, and powerful techniques that can completely change the outcome of a game. Whether you followed the series for years or you're jumping in for the first time, INAZUMA 11 RE looks ready to deliver another fun blend of football and JRPG mechanics when it arrives in 2026. Tales of Eternia Remastered. Releasing on October 15, 2026, this remaster brings a modern upgrade to an adventure that many fans have wanted to revisit for years. The story follows Reed and his companions as they set out to stop two worlds from colliding, leading them across beautiful landscapes, ancient ruins, and dangerous kingdoms. Combat keeps the fast-paced, linear motion battle system that made the original stand out, giving you direct control over characters while chaining attacks, spells, and powerful special techniques together in real time. Character interactions remain one of the biggest highlights, with plenty of conversations that help the party feel like a real group of friends. If you've never experienced this classic JRPG, the remastered version could be the perfect way to discover it, whenever Bandai Namco officially announces its release. Launching on October 8, 2026, the Kingdom Hearts Collection finally brings the complete adventure to Nintendo Switch 2 without relying on cloud streaming. This package includes Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix, HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts 3, and the Remind expansion, making it the best way for newcomers to experience Sora's entire journey from beginning to end. Throughout the series, you'll travel across Disney and original worlds, team up with iconic characters, solve puzzles, battle Heartless, and unlock new Keyblades with unique abilities. Combat combines flashy, real-time action with RPG progression, allowing you to customize magic, abilities, summons, and equipment to match your playstyle. Whether you're revisiting these adventures or experiencing them for the first time, this collection delivers hundreds of hours of memorable JRPG content in one package. Kyoto Xanadu, currently scheduled for 2026. Instead of exploring a traditional fantasy world, you'll step into an alternate version of Kyoto, where modern city life hides supernatural dangers beneath the surface. You play as high school student Rei, balancing everyday school activities with dangerous missions inside mysterious labyrinths that suddenly appear throughout the city. Combat happens entirely in real time, letting you dodge, unleash fast combos, switch between party members, and chain powerful skills together against waves of monsters. Outside battle, you'll spend time getting to know classmates, improving relationships, and discovering more about the strange events affecting the city. Fans of Persona, Ys, and Trails will immediately recognize Falcom's style. But Kyoto Xanadu still looks like it has its own identity thanks to its unique setting and faster-paced combat. Launching on September 3, 2026, Wolong Fallen Dynasty Complete Edition finally brings Team Ninja's brutal action RPG to Nintendo Switch 2, with every major expansion included. Set during a dark fantasy version of China's Three Kingdoms era, you create your own warrior and fight terrifying demons alongside legendary historical figures. Combat is built around aggressive swordplay, perfectly timed deflections, martial arts techniques, and powerful wizardry spells that reward skill instead of button mashing. One mistake can cost you the fight, but mastering enemy patterns feels incredibly satisfying. The Complete Edition also includes all 3 DLC expansions, adding new weapons, additional story chapters, tougher enemies, fresh bosses, and more ways to customize your character. If you're looking for an action RPG that constantly pushes your skills while rewarding every victory, Final Fantasy Resonance, launching on October 22, 2026 for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. This brand new adventure combines beautiful HD 2D visuals with classic turn-based combat, creating a game that feels nostalgic while introducing a completely original world and story. You journey across the kingdom of Lapis as a young knight caught in a conflict surrounding powerful crystals that have shaped civilization for generations. Battles focus on strategic party management, elemental magic, classic summons, and the return of the active time battle system, encouraging you to think carefully instead of rushing through encounters. As your adventure grows, you'll recruit new companions, unlock stronger abilities, and explore towns, dungeons, and hidden locations packed with optional rewards. For fans of traditional Final Fantasy, Resonance looks like a love letter to the series' golden era while still offering something entirely new. Elden Ring, Tarnished Edition, launching on August 28, 2026. You'll explore the massive Lands Between, a world filled with towering castles, forgotten ruins, hidden caves, and unforgettable boss battles that constantly reward curiosity. From Software gives you complete freedom to approach the adventure however you want. Whether that means charging into dangerous fights, sneaking around powerful enemies, or simply riding across the landscape searching for secrets. Character customization is incredibly deep, allowing you to build everything from heavily armored warriors to powerful spellcasters using hundreds of weapons, skills, spells, and equipment combinations. Every victory feels earned, and every new area offers another surprise waiting around the corner. If you've never experienced Elden Ring before, the Switch 2 version is the perfect opportunity to see why it's considered one of the defining RPGs of this generation. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered World, currently scheduled for 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. This new adventure takes you across a world slowly falling into ruin, where powerful monsters and mysterious forces have thrown nature out of balance. Instead of building a party with traditional heroes, you'll recruit hundreds of familiar Dragon Quest monsters, each with their own strengths, elemental abilities, and unique traits. The heart of the game is its breeding and synthesis system, letting you combine monsters to create even stronger creatures with brand new skills. Battles remain turn-based, rewarding smart team building and careful planning against increasingly difficult enemies. Between battles, you'll explore colorful regions, uncover hidden secrets, complete side quests, and constantly expand your monster collection. If you've always enjoyed raising monsters and experimenting with different team combinations, Dragon Quest XII Beyond Dreams is finally moving closer to release, although Square Enix has yet to announce an official launch date. This next mainline entry promises a darker tone while keeping the charm and adventure that have made Dragon Quest one of the most beloved RPG franchises ever created. You'll journey across a brand new world filled with lively towns, dangerous wilderness, mysterious dungeons, and unforgettable characters, slowly uncovering a story centered around the choices you make throughout the adventure. Combat is expected to evolve beyond previous entries while still staying true to the strategic, turn-based gameplay fans love. Character progression, party customization, exploration, and classic monster encounters all return, but with new systems designed for modern hardware. Even though many details remain under wraps, few RPGs have generated as much excitement as Kingdom Hearts 4. And while it still doesn't have a release date, it's shaping up to be Sora's biggest adventure yet. The story begins in the mysterious world of Quadratum, a realistic city unlike anything seen before in the series, opening the door to an entirely new chapter while continuing the long-running saga. Combat builds on Kingdom Hearts 3 with even faster movement, stylish aerial combos, flashy Keyblade transformations, and cinematic attacks that seamlessly flow together. Disney worlds are expected to return alongside original locations, giving players plenty of new places to explore, secrets to discover, and powerful enemies to overcome. As always, you'll customize abilities, unlock stronger Keyblades, and fight alongside familiar allies throughout the journey. Whether you're a longtime fan or planning to jump into the series, Square Enix is expanding the world of Final Fantasy VII once again, with Final Fantasy VII Revelation, currently targeting 2027. While many details are still being kept under wraps, the game is expected to continue exploring the rich universe that fans have followed for decades, introducing new locations, fresh faces, and familiar heroes without losing the cinematic style the series is known for. Combat builds on the fast-paced hybrid system that blends real-time action with tactical command menus, allowing you to switch between party members, unleash powerful limit breaks, cast magic, and create devastating ability combinations. Exploration is expected to be larger than ever, rewarding players who venture off the main path with optional bosses, hidden equipment, and meaningful side content. If you're a longtime Final Fantasy fan, this is easily one of the biggest RPGs to keep an eye on as we move closer to 2027. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave brings the series back with another deep, tactical RPG adventure where every decision on the battlefield matters. Set across a kingdom divided by political conflict and ancient legends, you'll command a growing army of unique characters, each with their own classes, strengths, and personal stories. Battles take place on detailed, grid-based maps, where positioning, terrain, weapon advantages, and teamwork are just as important as raw strength. Outside combat, you'll build relationships with your allies, train their skills, unlock new classes, and strengthen bonds that can influence both gameplay and story events. The game also introduces fresh strategic mechanics that encourage creative planning while keeping the classic Fire Emblem formula intact. Whether you're a veteran strategist or completely new to the series, Monolith Soft is preparing its next massive RPG with Xenoblade Genesis, currently planned for 2027 on Nintendo Switch 2. While the story remains largely a mystery, the game introduces a brand new world filled with enormous landscapes, mysterious civilizations, and dangerous creatures roaming freely across the environment. Exploration has always been one of the series' biggest strengths, and Genesis looks ready to continue that tradition with huge open regions packed with hidden treasures, optional quests, and powerful monsters waiting for adventurous players. Combat returns with the series' signature real-time system, combining auto attacks, arts, chain abilities, and coordinated party strategies that reward careful timing instead of mindless button presses. Character progression offers plenty of flexibility, letting you experiment with different roles, abilities, and team combinations. The Pokémon series is heading into a brand new adventure with Pokémon Winds and Waves, currently scheduled for 2027. This latest entry introduces an entirely new region inspired by coastal landscapes, tropical islands, and vast oceans, giving players more freedom to explore than ever before. As always, your journey begins with choosing your first partner Pokémon before setting out to catch, train, and battle hundreds of creatures while uncovering the mysteries surrounding the region. Exploration plays a much bigger role this time, with seamless travel across land and sea, hidden islands to discover, dynamic weather, and plenty of optional activities beyond the main story. Battles continue to build on the classic turn-based system, while introducing new mechanics that encourage creative strategies and different team compositions. Whether you're completing the Pokédex, challenging powerful trainers, or simply exploring the world, Metaphor, ReFantazio, releasing on November 12, 2026. Created by many of the developers behind Persona 3, 4, and 5, this fantasy RPG takes everything the team has learned over the years and builds a completely original adventure. The story follows a young hero competing in a royal tournament after the kingdom's king is assassinated, with every step of the journey introducing new allies, dangerous rivals, and political conflicts that shape the world around you. Combat blends turn-based strategy with fast-paced action, allowing you to stun enemies before battle and then switch to tactical encounters, where exploiting weaknesses and managing your party becomes the key to victory. The new archetype system replaces traditional classes, giving every character access to different combat roles and abilities that can be customized throughout the adventure. Whether you're into classic turn-based battles, fast-paced action, monster collecting, or massive fantasy adventures, the next few years are looking incredible for RPG fans. Which game are you most excited for? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Nintendo gaming content.